My name is Denise White, and I am the publicist for VIP Ignite, and I am going to be your host this weekend for the VIP Ignite VIP Ignite Model and Actor Summer Jam. We are so excited to have you here today. So, before we really get started, I know some of you are watching us on Facebook. Some of you are watching us on YouTube, and here's the question I have for you. How are you going to get discovered watching us where you can't be seen? So this is what I want you to do. I want you to come on and join us over here. Join us over here on Zoom. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to VIPigniteSummit.com. Again, that's VIPigniteSummit.com. And you're going to come join us here. And you know what? When you get here in Zoom, say, hey, I'm from YouTube. I'm from Facebook. Awesome. All right, guys. So let's get started. Let me introduce myself, tell you what we're doing this weekend, and let's get this party started. So again, my name is Denise White. I'm the publicist for VIP Ignite. I'm also the president of talent services for Truth Management, which is our mother agency. And I have the opportunity to speak to people all over the world who are interested in acting and modeling. Maybe you're just getting started. Maybe you're someone who, you know what, I've been doing this for a while and I just need to accelerate my career. You are in the right place. Type right place in the comments. So this weekend is designed for you to get the tools and resources that you need to be successful. At VIP Ignite, we empower actors, models, and musicians to create their own success by giving you the tools, resources, and connections that you need. All right, so that's what we're going to be doing this weekend. This is going to be a fun-packed weekend. It's going to be we normally call these boot camps, and they're called boot camps for a reason. This is a 2-day event. Can you say 2 days in the comments? 2 days. And yes, we understand that tomorrow is Mother's Day, but guess what? I want you to imagine just for one moment, you invest today and tomorrow into yourself. You're here, you learn, you grow, you make connections. Imagine the look on your mother's face when you tell her, you know what, Mom, I have some good news for you. I just landed a role on Grey's Anatomy. I just landed a role on insert the name of your favorite show. Imagine the look on your mom's face. Do you think how do you think she'd feel for you? Type it in the comments. How do you feel? How do you think she would feel? Do you think she'd be depressed, sad? Do you think she'd be excited? Oh my gosh, proud. What would she feel? Type it in the comments. What would she feel in the comments? I think your moms would be proud of you. They'd be excited. They'd be like, oh my gosh, it finally happened. So I want you to think about that tomorrow. What I want you to do is I want you to invest your time here. And then you know what? After you're done here tomorrow, go bless your mom. Go buy flowers. Do everything that you're going to do. But you're going to make an investment in yourself today and tomorrow that's going to make your mom proud. It's going to make your future self proud. Okay? Is it okay if we do that? Is it okay if we make our moms proud? Is it okay? And I know I can't. Okay, Carolyn, that's fine. All right, so I just want you guys to think about that, okay? Because you know what? This is Team No Excuses. Over the course of the next 2 days, we're Team No Excuses. The only thing we want to do is to be successful. We're not looking for people who make excuses. So if you're someone who's going to make excuses, that's totally fine, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for people that are Team No Excuses. That means that throughout the next 2 days, I don't want to see it. When is this going to be over? Nope. It's over when it's over. Okay. I want to see your cameras on. I want to see your faces. Literally, we go through and we're like, okay, oh, yeah. Look at this part. Let's see here. Marjorie Cleveland. She has a great look. I love Ruby Ann. Oh my gosh, I love her look. I love Wanda's look. I see Norman Hanley here. I see Joel. Joel's taking us on a journey. We were in the house. Now we're in the car. Joel, where are we going? But I want you guys to know that we are looking through and seeing you guys because we want you to be seen. Okay, so make sure your cameras are on. This is going to be interactive. I'm going to ask you to type things in the comments. When I ask you to type things in the comments, I'm not doing it because I want to try to see how fast I can read. I'm doing it because when I ask you to type something in the comments, you're affirming it to yourself. What does that mean? That means that you're talking to yourself. You're not saying it for me. You're saying it to yourself. You're saying yes to yourself. Okay. A couple other things. Please Do not share your personal information in the comments. I know some of you, I don't know all of you. So this is a situation where we're going to play stranger danger. We're not going to share our emails, our phone numbers, our Instagrams in the comments. There are two reasons we're not going to do this. First of all, and with complete seriousness, for your safety, because we don't know everyone who's on this call, and I can't vet everyone, okay? Everyone is not vetted. Here's the other reason. If you start posting your Instagrams, all that in the comments, people are going to get distracted and they're going to focus on the comments instead of the speakers, okay? We're here because we want to help accelerate your careers. So maybe you have some amazing experience. Maybe you're a SAG actor who's won a couple Academy Awards. That's awesome. But you know what I've learned? Your learning never ends. Al Pacino still has an acting coach. Okay, so what I want you guys to think about is, what can I learn from this speaker who's talking right now? That's the mindset I want you to have throughout the course of this whole weekend. Literally, our first speaker, people pay him tens of thousands of dollars to hear him speak. Tens of thousands of dollars. He has a huge mastermind, and literally people will pay him a lot of money to listen to him speak, okay? We have a huge publisher, an editor-in-chief of a huge fashion magazine, one of the biggest fashion magazines in the whole world. Do you think you can learn something from him? Yes or yes in the comments. Type yes or yes in the comments. We're going to have an agent on who's been a part of the entertainment industry for over 40 years, for nearly 40 years. Do you think he may have seen a thing or two that you can learn from? Type yes or yes in the comments. You're going to hear from Michael Fonkin and Alicia Kabak, the co-founders of VIP Ignite. They've won over 38 awards, including 6 Tonys. And in 2013, they won the Tony for Best Play for Vonya, Sonia, Masha, and Spike. Do you think that you can learn something from Michael and Alicia? Yes or yes in the comments. You're going to have the opportunity to hear from a casting director who cast for Apple TV. He worked in New York. He places talent throughout the whole country. Do you think that maybe he's going to give you some insight? How many of you want to get cast? Type cast in the comments. Type cast in the comments. Do you think maybe listening to someone who cast on that level might be important? Yes or yes? So I want you guys, as you're here, I want you to be fully engaged. I want you taking notes. The reason I want you to take notes is this. Even if you never look at your notes again, by actually writing on paper, you are going to remember more than if you just listen. And it's really important. Like, I have a lot of people, oh, I prefer to type. I get that. I totally do. But there's proven science that if you actually write things down, that you'll remember more. So make sure you're writing down notes. I'm also going to ask you guys to drink a lot of water. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's do a hydration check right now. Everyone get out your water. Take a sip of water, please. Thank you very much. The reason I'm going to ask you to drink a lot of water, it's not because I want you to take a lot of bathroom breaks or get up and down, up and down. It's not that. The reason I want you to drink a lot of water is your body is comprised mostly of water. So do you think it might be important for you to stay hydrated? How many of you are like me and at like 2:30 or 3 o'clock, you're like, okay, it's nap time. I know I go through that a lot in the middle of the afternoon. Okay. What I've learned is that I'm not actually tired. I'm actually dehydrated. So I'm going to ask you to drink a lot of water. I'm also going to ask you guys to stand up. Actually, you know what? Stand up right now. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, this isn't a pants-free party. I hope you all wore your pants to the party. Okay. Everyone stand up. Hold on. We're going to put this on gallery. Sorry to people watching on Facebook and Insta and YouTube. Oh, look at all these people with no cameras on. We'll go back to that in a moment. Okay. For everyone who is standing up, just start moving around a little bit. Unless you can, if you're driving, do not stand. You just keep driving, okay? Just move around a little bit. Get yourself moving. Get yourself moving just a little bit. Maybe stretch it out a little bit. Stretch it out. Okay. Everyone sit back down. Glad to see everyone has pants on. That makes me feel so much better. But I'm going to have you guys moving around too. And the reason I'm going to have you guys moving around is not because I want to see if you still have your pants on, but it's because I want you to move. The more that you move around, the more the information you're going to retain. How many of you ever been in a boring lecture and they talk to you for like 4 hours and you're like, I don't even know what my name is. I don't even know my name anymore. This is not going to be that. You're going to be up, you're going to be moving, we're going to be interactive, okay? So I think I covered, that's pretty much all of the housekeeping notes, okay? I just want you guys to know this is going to be interactive. Our goal is for this to be a transformational weekend for you. If you want to start booking more work, we're going to show you how to do that by the end of the weekend. If you are just getting started, we're going to show you how to get started by the end of the weekend. If you want to accelerate your career, we're going to show you how to do that. Okay. But I need you to make a promise to yourselves right now. I need you to promise yourself that you are going to be all in all weekend. Before you write it in the comments, I want you to understand what that means. That means you're going to be on for both days. That means that you're going to play full out. If we give you a challenge, you're going to do the challenge. That means that you're going to take notes. That means if I ask you to stand up, you're going to stand up. That means that if someone gives you the opportunity to ask questions, you're going to ask questions. Okay? Because the only way that this is going to work is that you have to play full out. Again, I promise you, I'm going to play full out. By the end of the day tomorrow, I'm barely going to be able to stand or walk or talk. Okay? Because I'm giving you everything I have. But are you willing to give you everything you have? If you're willing to make that commitment to yourself, type all in the comments. Type all in the comments. Okay, Sava's all in, Alicia's all in, Masharad's all in, Ryan's all in, Wanda's all in, April's all in, Norman's all in, Jamie's all in, MJ's all in, Tiffany's all in, Darrell's all in, Soraya's all in. Awesome. Mikkel's all in, George is all in. I love this. Sid's all in. Andrea's all in. Marianne's all in. That's awesome. Now I want you guys to remember that, okay? And just one more quick little thing too. Since you're all in, give yourselves a round of applause first. Let's start off by like cheering ourselves on, okay? One other thing, I'm going to ask you to drink a lot of water over the course of the weekend. If you need to go use the restroom, turn off your camera, go, come back. I don't need to know, okay? This isn't kindergarten. Just go do your business and come back. And also, I understand too, if you need to like eat a snack or something like that, unless you like sent snacks to all of us, turn your camera off for a few seconds, eat real quick, and then come back. Can we all agree to that? Is that cool? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a physical thumbs up or a thank you. Okay, good. Okay, one more thing, and then I'm going to start with my first presentation. I want to practice raising our Zoom hands because when we have the option to speak, to ask questions, you have to raise your Zoom hands. Does everyone know how to do that? Oh, okay, just raise your Zoom hands. Come on with your bad selves. You guys are ahead of me. If you don't know how to do that, go to reactions and then click raise hand. Go to reactions and click raise hand. And guess what? It's the opposite when you want to put your hand down. So go and click lower hand. Go ahead. I know you guys can do it. Awesome. So there are two reasons I'm going to have you do this. First of all, this way I know who's raising their hands because I can't see everyone. I only see like 5 of you. So if like you're all raising your physical hands, I'm only going to call the people I can see. The second reason I want you to do this is this. You're keeping me honest. What does that mean? That means that I'll know who raised their hand first because you'll be the first person with your name with your hand. How's that? So help keep me honest by raising your Zoom hands. All right, let's see here. Now I'm going to lower these hands here. Awesome. Good job. All right, guys. So are you guys ready to get started? Are you ready to get started? Yes. Okay. Well, let me do this. What we're going to do is I am going to start open board. Here we go. All right. So what I'm going to talk to you guys about to start off our day is called the circle of focus. This is one of my favorite topics. Okay. This is one of my absolute favorite topics. And the reason I love the circle of focus is this. Because how many of you live a life where you only have to do one thing every day? That's all you have to do. You never have to multitask. You never have to do anything. All you have to do is like do one task all day. Is anyone like that? If that's you, type me. But if you're someone who has a lot on your plate, type I have a lot on my plate in the comments. All right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about the circle of focus. Okay. And what I'm going to teach you right now is something that you are going to be able to utilize in every area of your life. If you're a mom, if you're a dad, if you're a human, I see all these names. Hold on, let's see here. Give me 1 second here. We're going to go back to the whiteboard, but we're going to make it so I don't see all of your names. New whiteboard. Okay. There we go. Maybe that'll be easier. I saw all of your names like going all over the whiteboard. I was like, whoa, that was crazy. All right. So if you have a lot on your plate, if you're human, if you work, I know that there's a lot going on. Not only do you have your acting and modeling career that you have to work on, but how many of you have a 9-to-5? Type 9-to-5 in the comments, or maybe you're a student. So there's this one skill that I've learned that has tremendously helped me and everyone here at VIP Ignite get so much more done in a day than we really physically should be able to. It's called the circle of focus. So let's see here. Let's start here. So we're going to draw a circle here. Okay. So I hope you guys love my drawing, okay? So here's a circle. So let me ask you a question. What if you could only focus on one thing, what would you want that to be? Type it in the comments. If you could only focus on one thing, what would you want that to be? Okay, how about we'll start with acting. We're just going to go. I'm just going to fill in the blanks. Okay, acting. Okay, so if all I had to do all day, every day was focus on acting, how much of my time would I dedicate to acting? What percentage of my time would I dedicate to acting if it's the only thing I ever had to focus on? Type it in the comments. 100%, right? Very good. Awesome. Very good. So I would give 100%. Okay, but let's be honest. We also have other stuff that we have to focus on, right? So what is something else you have to focus on? So we're going to say acting. What else do we have to focus on? Can you guys see the drawing on the whiteboard? Can you guys see it? No. Yes. No. Zoom out or, oh yeah. Okay. Here, hold on. Let's do this. Here, we'll take our show over to the other side of the board. Maybe that'll help. Okay. Can you see my drawing now? Okay, you can all see it. Okay, perfect. Okay, I was changing things up. Okay, so we're focusing on acting. And we agreed that if we're doing 100%, it's 100%. Okay. So now what's something else? I saw family. So now we have family here. Okay. So now we're focusing on acting and family. How much are we dedicating to acting and how much are we dedicating to family if we're focusing on two things? Who can see what you share? Everyone who has access to the board. 50%, right? 50%. Okay. So what else is something you guys have to focus on? Do we have any people that have jobs here? Right? Yeah, we have people that have a job. So excuse my things here. So we have a job too, right? So now we have to focus on acting, we have to focus on family, we have to focus on a job. How much are you focusing on each of these now? Are you focusing 100%, 50%? How much are you focusing each of these on? It's 33%, right? Now, what else do we have? We're building a business, so we'll say biz right here. So we're also building a business. Okay, so now you're focusing on acting, family, job, and business. How much are you focusing on each of those? 25%, right? How many of us have to work out? Right? Yeah, we have to work out. We're all actors and models here. So we're going to work out. My writing is so good. Okay, so we're going to focus on working out. What else do we have to focus on? How many of you have to do housework? You have to focus on your house, right? Yeah, we have to focus on house. How many of you have to cook your own food? Yeah, we have to cook our own food, cook. What else do you guys have to focus on? You have to, oh, animals, so pets, okay. What else do we have to focus on? Let's see here. Cooking, let's see, what other things? We want to build a business. Let's see here. What else are we focusing on? Yeah, we have a lot on our plate, right? So here's a question I have for you. Sleep, that's a good one too. So imagine this, okay? We're just going to go with this right now. So imagine this. If right now in this very moment, you had to focus on cooking, acting, building a business, doing housework, going to work, your family, working out, pets, volunteering, community, if you had to focus on all those things right now in this very moment, how much would you actually accomplish? If you're literally doing all these things right now, how much of that would you actually accomplish? Would you accomplish anything really well? Yes or no? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't be able to accomplish anything. Like, how many of you ever met that frazzled person? Like, oh my God, hi, how are you doing? Yeah, it's like 2 seconds. I have to go do this, I have to go do that. I have to go do this, I have to do that. Well, I used to be that person very much. Like, I used to like try to do so many different things. I'd be on the phone, typing emails, thinking about, oh my God, I have to go work out. Oh my gosh, what am I going to cook for lunch? Oh my gosh. Who's going to do the laundry? We didn't even talk about laundry. We all have to have clean clothes. You're very frazzled, right? So something I want you guys to do is this. I want you to start thinking about changing the way that you approach tasks. So what does that mean? That means that instead of you pretending that you can multitask on a lot of different things, what I want you to do is this. I want you to sit down it's best to do this the night before, like right before you go to sleep. I want you to sit down. I want you to make a list. But I don't want you to call it a to-do list, because here's a question for you. How many of you are like, oh my gosh, I have to go to the gym? If you are someone who works out, you're like, okay, I have to go to the gym, and you're driving to the gym, like, I have to go to the gym. I have to go to the gym. How do you feel when you say that? I have to go to the gym. Does that feel good, or does that feel kind of, I have to go. Like, for me, that's very constructive. Does anyone else feel like that? Like I have to go eat my Brussels sprouts, right? No, it doesn't feel that great when you say I have to do. But if you're like, hey, I get to go to the gym, how does that feel? Like, just think of one task that you either like or don't like and say, I have to write a book, or I get to write a book. I have to practice my lines. I get to practice my lines. I have to go to a photo shoot. I get to go to a photo shoot. It feels better when you're like, I get to, right? Yeah, when you're like, oh, I have to do this, like, oh, I have to, it feels very pressured. But when you are saying, oh, I get to do this, I get to do that, it feels better. So what I want you to do is I want you to create yourself something called an I get to do list. Okay. I get to do list. And then what you're going to do is on your I get to do list is you're going to list everything that you get to do. So we're going to do acting. We're going to do cooking, workout. Put this out of the way. Workout, family, pets, work, laundry. Okay. So this is what you're going to do. What you're going to do is you're going to create yourself an I get to do list. Okay. Oh, Control Z. Okay, we just lost our I get to do list. Okay, so what I want you to do though is I want you to create an I get to do list. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to list out everything that you get to do the next day. Okay. And then what you're going to do with that is you're going to take those things that you created on your I get to do list. And what you're going to do is you're going to prioritize them in the list in order of importance. Okay, so let's say, first of all, you have to go to work. You get to go to work, right? You get to go to work. So what I want you to do is, let's say you're probably in work for 8 hours, right? So for those 8 hours that you're in work, what I want you to do is I want you to solely focus on being at work. Don't think about, oh my gosh, I have to do this. When you're at work, in the Bible, it says a workman is due his wages, but it also says that like you're meant to honor your employer. Okay. So when you're there, you're going to give work your full 8 hours. Then maybe after work, you're going to work out. And let's say you work out for 1 hour. Okay. So when you're in the gym and you're working out, only focus on working out. Maybe listen to a podcast. You can kind of do some personal development or something like that. But when you're in the gym, give it 100%. I get to work out. Then when you get home and you want to start working on your acting, you maybe have some lines to memorize, something like that. Go home and dedicate like maybe 30 minutes. And for 30 minutes, you're only dedicated to memorizing your lines. Okay. Maybe if you're a model, you're getting ready to go to a photo shoot, you have to practice some posing. What you're going to do is you're going to dedicate 30 minutes for that. And then for family, what I want you guys to do too is I want to make sure that you're dedicating time to your family. Okay. So let's say family 2 hours. Okay. And I'm sure that my math is not adding up, but the point that I want you guys to understand is this. When you're doing something, I want you to be all in on that thing that you're doing. So when you're with your family, put your phone down unless you're taking pictures of them. Like tomorrow, after boot camp is over, after the VIP Ignite, after our model and after summer jam is over, put that away and spend 100% of time with your family. Because what we've learned is by applying the circle of focus, you are going to get so much more accomplished and your relationships are going to be so much better. How many of you have ever been out to dinner with someone and they're like on their phone the whole time, they're texting, but you're like, what are you laughing? Like, what? I didn't say anything funny. Make sure that you're all in. When you are doing things, you're all in. Like even right now on this call, okay? What I want you guys to do is turn off the notifications on your phone. Do you really need to know what the latest TikTok video that was posted was? Is that going to help move your career forward? Yes or no in the comments. So over the next 2 days, while you're here on this call, turn off your notifications. You don't need to know what's going on social media. Like your crazy friend that got really drunk last night, you'll see the pictures later, okay? Or whatever's going on in the news, it's not going to directly affect you right now. The only thing that matters is this moment where we are right now. Okay, so I want you guys to think about that. I want you guys to truly focus and understand that in order for you to be truly successful, you have to be fully focused. And we may have a chance later this weekend where we're even going to take that and we're going to dial it in further for you, because it's also been proven that how many of you have ever sat down and done stuff for like 8 hours straight and like you really feel like you accomplished a lot? I know, like I remember pulling all-nighters, writing papers, and wouldn't even remember what I wrote. Thank God I did well when I was doing that, but I remember like I didn't really know what was going, like I didn't understand what I had typed. I wasn't like all in on the content that I was doing. But if you do things in short little spurts too, that'll be really helpful for you. But we'll go over that more later this weekend. All right. So first thing I would like to do, did that help you guys? Are you guys going to be able to focus a little bit more now? If you are, type focus in the comments. Because again, like I said, our goal is to help you create success, for you to be successful. And one of the best ways for you to be able to do that is to learn how to focus and feel good about those tasks that you have to do. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Nobody ever said, oh my gosh, I can't wait to clean the bathroom. But if you're like, hey, I get to clean the bath, I have a bathroom, I get to clean the bathroom, maybe it'll make it just a little bit better for you. I see you laughing, Roxanne, but you know, you feel me on that one. All right, guys. So now what I would like to do is we have Alicia Kabak, the co-founder of VIP Ignite here. So I would like to introduce her. Is it okay if I introduce Alicia and let her say hello to you guys? All right, everyone. So let me introduce her. Thank you. A couple of you remember what I told you at the beginning. You're going to get excited. You can get even more excited after I read her intro, okay? So let me introduce Alicia Kabak to you. She's the co-founder of VIP Ignite, which allows talent to network and connect with high-level industry professionals in modeling, acting, and music. She has launched multiple 7-figure businesses. She has executive produced 5 Broadway shows and have won 38 awards, including 6 Tony Awards. She had a successful radio show on CBS Digital. She opened up NASDAQ with the cast of her Broadway show Dinner with the Boys, starring Dan Lauria from the Wonder Years. She is a Guinness Book of World Records holder. You can see it right there. She is the co-author of the book Finding Fame. She emceed the Israel Film Festival in New York City with the Prime Minister of Israel in the audience. She has been featured in Forbes, Huffington Post, and Entrepreneur. She has shared the stage with such greats such as Greg Reed, Russell Brunson, Lee Steinberg, Brandon Steiner, and Les Brown. She just wrapped her first movie, Target, which is currently streaming on all streaming services, and is about to start filming her second film, Night of the Living Dead 2. She is a Fox News expert. She currently manages Francis Ford Coppola's protege. She splits her time between New York, Orlando, and Los Angeles. She has helped over 10,000 talents successfully get signed and booked work through her program. She has been in business for over 2 decades, and she has done over 4,000 live presentations. Alicia, I think we need to update that to 5,000 since the writing of this. Everyone, please give it up for the one and only Miss Alicia Kabak.
Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi, good morning. Oh, you spotlighted me. Hi.
I did spotlight you.
Hi. What's going on? All right, so I can't believe, mass emails just went out. There are so many people that are like, no, it starts at 11 a.m. Yes, Eastern Standard Time. Guys, time zones, really big thing. You only have one chance to make a first impression, right? We know this. How many of you, and I'm gonna just say this quickly. How many of you have ever met somebody and without them even saying a word, maybe you've seen them in school, you met them at a Starbucks, at a restaurant, at a club. How many of you guys have ever met somebody and without them even saying a word, you know right off the bat, you like them? Maybe just they're attractive, or maybe you're like, oh my gosh, they seem like a really great person. If you've ever felt that, type yes. Yeah? So think about it. Your cameras are all on right now. First impressions. So I want you guys to put your shoulders back, look alive, do a pulse check. If you don't feel something, raise your hand, right? Dial 911. Now, how many of you guys have ever met somebody or seen somebody and you're like, all right, let's get the rose quartz, let's get some sage, right? We got to bless this place, right? How many of you guys have ever met somebody and right away there's just something about them that kind of just irks you or kind of scares the crap out of you? Anyone? Right? Okay, so here's what I want to say to you. One, never judge a book by its cover, and I'm going to tell you why. So many of you want to get signed to top people in the industry, right? This is the dream. Now, imagine this. And Deneen, how long do I have to talk? I don't want to go through like a whole dissertation. I've had a lot of caffeine this morning. Anyone? Bueller? I mean, my company, my rules, I'll just talk all day. I mean, cool, right? All right, so I'll just talk until she interrupts me, but whatever. But so many of you want to get signed, you want to book work. Here's what I want to tell you. No one cares what you want. And that's not me being mean. That is the truth. You are one of a billion trying to get into show business. Is it easy? Oh, hell no. It is not meant to be easy. Most of you will take advice from people not in the business, right? Or people like yourselves that maybe also want to get in the business, but maybe struggling. If that's you, type, that's me. Now, here's the problem with that. Asking uneducated people educated answers, it's math. It's not going to equal out, right? So that's called opinions. Opinions are not facts. Having 10,000 success stories, opening up the stock exchange, winning 6 Tony Awards. What Deneen didn't mention, our first Tony Award, you guys can see blue dress right there, holding a Tony Award. For those of you guys that don't know what a Tony Award is, it's kind of like an Oscar, but for Broadway. We were up against Tom Hanks. Okay, let me say it again. America's like, all-time favorite Tom freaking Hanks. Talk about pressure going against Tom Hanks. Now, we had a secret weapon. Her name was Sigourney Weaver. Anybody know Sigourney Weaver? Alien, Avatar? Mike and I invested in a Broadway show called Vanya, Sonia, Masha, and Spike. Try saying that fast. We invested. It happened to win, but by getting in front of the right people, our whole entire life changed. Do you guys understand that? And that's why you're here this weekend. You want proximity, right? How many of you guys are tired of not living out your dreams? Anybody here like kind of pissed about it? Think about it. How many of you have had a dream since you were young and you're like, man, I thought I'd be so much further along than where I am. Maybe you've been trying to do this for like a day and this is like your very first day and I'm probably scaring the shit out of you right now. Or maybe you've been trying to do this for a year or 5 years or 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Imagine this. Imagine this. Like Deneen said, I was New York and LA, and it sounds very sexy, for a while, like 6 years. Mike and I like ping pong back and forth, right? But here's what I need to tell you. Back in 2020, here's the truth. Morning sickness. I was 44. I didn't know I was pregnant with my first child. Crazy. Happy Mother's Day, right? 44 years old. And I used to joke around, I will settle down and have kids when hell freezes over. God, you must have heard me. I didn't even know. I mean, I love kids, but I always thought, oh, there's time. If it happens, it happens. I wasn't planning on it. When I found out I was pregnant, coincidentally, a pandemic, we started hearing whispers. Literally, the entire world shut down. Do you guys know this? Oh, thank you. He is beautiful, right? But like, talk about like a crazy situation. As a business owner who literally produces Broadway, everything got shut down. Fashion, we were New York Fashion Week, models traveling all over the world. Literally everything stopped. Movies, TV, even our live events, everything that we knew stopped. Now, what you should know, and I'm gonna do a whole presentation about this later. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We should call it, a drinking game. It's called Scam or No Scam. But this whole business now is done on Zoom. Everything is done on Zoom. And when I say first impressions matter, hell yeah, they do. Because if you don't set the precedents now, your image, I don't care if you're dripping in Chanel, you're wearing, thrift store, I don't care what you're wearing. The way you look, your body language, your eyes. How many of you guys believe that your eyes are the key to your soul? Anybody? If you believe that, type amen. And I do that when I talk to people. I always imagine, would I want to work with this person? Are they nice? Would they represent not only myself, but my company? Would I feel comfortable with them meeting people that we've worked very hard to meet? And guys, this weekend, this is 2 decades. And what I want to tell you is the people that you're going to meet this weekend, you can't just go to New York or LA. Hi, yes, I'd like to sit down with an agent, please. I would like to get some constructive criticism as to why I'm not booking work. This weekend, here's the reason why you're here all weekend. And I know Deneen told you, this is a 2-day event. 2 days, here's why. Day 1, and think about it. You want to build a fortress, right? How many of you guys are here because you're like, I want to make mad dough. I want to build this dream, and I want to have this like amazing life, right? But in order to do that, 1, we have to reset. I want everybody to type reset because that's what we're doing today. We're resetting very quickly. We're resetting. Anything you thought you knew about this business today, we reset. I don't care what your mom told you, your friends told you, people that aren't in the business told you. I don't care what your friends that think that they're in the business told you. Because unless you're on this level, tell them I said to shush. Capiche?
Capiche.
Because today we're knocking down the forest. Because tomorrow we build. We can't build tomorrow unless we do today. And if we did today and you don't show up tomorrow, you know what we have? Empty land. So I know we just met and I'm not asking for a ring, but I need commitment. Anybody with a credit card, I'll give you 20 companies, rainbows, unicorns, they're going to blow so much smoke up your butts. They're going to promise you the sun, moon, and stars. And people always email me, can you guarantee work? And I always say, what the hell is wrong with you? If anybody ever guaranteed you work in this business, you run. You know why? Because it's not up to them. It's not up to me. I would love to guarantee you work. But let me ask you a question. If I put you face to face in front of some of the biggest agents and casting directors in the world, let me ask you a question. Could you do that on your own? No, just say thank you, because I know I can do it because I've done it. You guys know I have tens of thousands of success stories. And not only that, but we're our own success story. So we kind of have a real blueprint. We know what we're doing. The formula works, and it's worked not once, but twice, but over 10,000 times. So it's tried and true. My question is, when you ask, can I guarantee work? Well, I can guarantee my blueprint works. The question is, if I put you face to face with people that can do it for you, my question now is, can you do it for yourself? Because all I do is get you ready for that. I'm going to give you an opportunity this weekend that nobody else in the world can do. And we're going to do it for free. I'm so tired of people taking advantage of you. I don't care, sorry guys, I don't care about the bad boyfriend syndrome. We're here to change your life. So instead of you wasting tens of thousands of dollars, 20 years of your life, your future self is going to thank you for being on here this weekend, kind of like a plane. Some of you guys are on a trajectory path. We're going to put you on alignment to get to your destiny, but you have to trust the pilot. Do you understand? How many of you guys are ready to trust the pilot? We know what we're doing. We work with Academy Award winners, Emmy winners, Tony winners. Nobody will ever guarantee you work in this industry. But I tell you what, we're going to have agents on, casting directors, people that work with Apple TV. Some of the biggest names are part of our network. The question is, are you ready? Most of you will pay for training and pictures that no one will ever see. The reason why this weekend is free, we want to show you that we're different from any other company. So today it's about reset. Reset. Tomorrow we build. 2-day event. If you're not on both days, I'm not interested in working with you. Why? First impression, not interested. If you're serious, type both days and type serious. Because you guys can tell I don't play. Your dreams, nobody should ever play with you. Do you understand? You don't want to get scammed? Welcome to VIP Ignite. I'm going to make you work. And if that's not okay with you, you keep impersonating on Facebook and Instagram here. We're gonna work, but we're gonna do it right. 2 days, change your life. Or you can keep doing it your way, but 2 days, change your life. Got it?
And if you guys
remember, first impressions, camera on. Let's do it.
Awesome. Well, Alicia,
Sorry,
our very special guest is calling in. Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, we have a guest calling in?
We have a guest calling in.
Oh my gosh, who?
I'm going to introduce, are you guys ready to hear who our first, I know you guys are serious, you're going to be here both days. Are you ready to hear who our first guest is?
Yeah.
All right, so our first guest is Greg Reid. For over 25 years, Greg has inspired millions of people to take personal responsibility to step into the potential of their greatness. And as such, his life of contribution has been recognized by government leaders, a foreign princess, as well as luminaries in education, business, and industry. Mr. Reid has been published in over 100 books, including 32 bestsellers in 45 languages. Titles such as Stickability, The Power of Perseverance, The Millionaire Mentor, and 3 Feet from Gold, Turn Your Obstacles into Opportunities, have inspired countless readers to understand that the most valuable lessons we learn are also the easiest ones to apply. Greg Reid is known for being founder of Secret Knock, a Forbes and Inc. magazine top-rated event focused on partnership, networking, and business development. He is the producer of the Oscar-qualified film Wishman, based on the creator of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, streaming on Netflix now. For his work in mentoring youth in his hometown of San Diego, Mr. Reid was honored by the White House, where a former president commended Greg for his work for positively working with youth through a local mentorship program. And if that's not enough, Greg was recently honored with the star of the infamous Las Vegas Walk of Stars. Everyone, please give it up for the one and only Mr. Greg Reed.
Yay!
Yeah.
Awesome. By the way, I love the enthusiasm of that host. What a dynamic woman. And thank you for having me on
Oh,
today.
thank you.
Awesome sauce. Today,
Okay.
I want to share about yes.
You're good. You're good.
Good. Today, I want to share about the power of perseverance. I wrote a book years ago called Stickability, The Power to Persevere. You know, first there's a dream, and then comes a challenge, and then comes victory. Unfortunately, most people give up in the challenging times. And it's the people that persevere and go that extra mile, so to speak. They're the ones that we tell the stories about, write movies about, and get all the